And then Yahoo Sports put out a report on Friday. Allegedly, wheels may be turning in motion for the Florida State Seminoles to join the Big Ten. I've heard their name involved with the Big 12, but mostly the Big Ten, at least according to Blue Blood bias. Now, what does it all mean? I made the statement that when Florida State got left out of the college football playoff, Florida State wasn't the ones that got screwed. It was the ACC that got screwed because Florida State and Clemson were already banging on the wall, screaming to get out to begin with to start this season. The only thing holding them in place is this grant of rights agreement that goes through 2036. Okay. There was estimations out there, guesstimations, if you will, that it would cost about $320 million for Florida State to leave the ACC before 2036, or at least at this point in time. Because if they leave, they forfeit all their home games as far as the revenue, the TV rights up until 2036. So who wants to deal with that? If you're the conference accepting FSU, you don't want to sign up for that. But what if there's something more in play here? Because remember, there was the Magnificent Seven that was talking about trying to get out of the ACC. Florida State, Clemson, Miami, Carolina, and Duke, two Virginia schools that were talking about getting out of the ACC. Now, you got Cal, SMU, and Stanford coming in this next season. And if you're a Florida State fan or you're the Florida State administration, you want to travel out to Palo Alto, you want to travel to Berkeley, maybe you're fine with going to Dallas. But if you're going to hemorrhage yourself by travel cost, you might as well go to Columbus. You might as well go to Ann Arbor. You might as well go to Seattle or Eugene. You might as well put yourself in a position in a conference that has future aspirations of dominating college football. The ACC has had Florida State for the last 31 years, and they still haven't got it right. Clemson rose for a little bit. Now Florida State's back in charge, at least for this year. Miami never ramped back up to what we expected them to be. You've had Wake Forest and Pitt playing each other in the ACC title game. Outside of Clemson, no ACC team was getting that respect. Now, granted, if Jordan Travis was healthy, Florida State would be in the playoff right now. So, is it an overreaction? I don't think so, because so you would think, right? I had some Oregon fans talking to me at the start of the season, and they didn't want Oregon to go to the Big Ten because they said, well, if Oregon stays in the Pac-12, easy road to the playoffs. Well, I don't want the easy road to the playoffs. I just got done watching the SEC schedule release. Alabama is playing Oklahoma the week before the Iron Bowl. In what universe did we have that one? The Gators are playing Miami and they're playing UCF on top of going to Austin next year. Tennessee and Oklahoma. And you want FSU to be happy playing Wake Forest? Playing who? Louisville? Not that there's anything wrong with those schools. I'm just saying that they're not on that level. And especially we're talking about this whole new subdivision proposal. It's going to be a whole lot of keeping up with the Joneses. So FSU, you best make your move now while the iron's hot.